Hello, I'm Pustika. I've been doing yoga just over 2 months now, and I thought it was time for another update. I was going to do it last weekend actually, but life got in the way. I had a very busy weekend. My in-laws came to visit, so we just spent a lot of time together. And I did practice my yoga. I just didn't have time to, take a video of myself, putting it up on YouTube, etc. But I thought I'd take the opportunity today. So, as per the last time I gave an update, I feel really good. I've been trying to do it most days of the week. A couple of weeks I did it all the 7 days of each of the week, which is really good. There's been weeks where I only did 3 times, so it's hard sometimes. I work late hours, so I really try to remember to do my yoga when I get home before I start cooking. But some days I just forget because I'm starving. I just start cooking or we go out for dinner or something. But I'm trying to remember to do yoga first thing when I get home. What else? I've been talking to a few people about it, showing them my update video, the last one, and it's just every time I watch the videos, I just think, wow, I can really see some improvements, and got me thinking that there's another one that I didn't mention in the previous video, and it's so simple, but touching my toes. So this is how far I could go a few months ago. I think here. I couldn't go beyond that. But now, look at this. I wouldn't say this is super comfortable. However, I think I could just touch the ground for, probably hold this for about a minute. I am always focusing on keeping my back straight, so I think it's a little bit curved at the moment, but I think the reason why I've been able to go further towards touching the ground has been because of the constant tadasanas, I forget what it's called now, and then just constantly doing this over and over. I think each day, each yoga session, you do that maybe 5 times. So yes, it's really good. When I go to my chiropractor next, I'll have to show him that. He always asks me to touch my toes at the beginning of the session. So I feel good in general. I've been trying to eat well, although the last few days have been very busy, or last week I should say, so I've been eating a bit more takeaway, but hopefully that'll, once things in my personal life get less busy, I'll focus more on eating well again. This is the only source of exercise I get, yoga, so I really want to try doing it most days. And the sleep aspect, because we've just had so much going on at the moment that I've had a few late nights, so I haven't been sleeping as well. But the meditation's going quite well, so I've been trying to do meditation most days of the week. And I find that if I don't do it one day, I feel alright. If I don't do it 2 days, I start getting a little bit antsy. But if I don't do it about 3 days in a row, the meditation, then I start getting really sort of jittery. So the yoga is helping with the meditation, but if I don't do the meditation, I can really feel it in my mental health. I went through a rough patch about 4 weeks ago. During that time I couldn't concentrate on my meditation, and also the yoga. I could see when I was trying to do the balancing poses, I just couldn't hold them at all. I just kept on going off balance, and I think so this made me highlighted to me that the meditation and yoga are going to be so important. I think in my ongoing mental health, and so I'm pretty open about it to people. I tell them I do it, and it's really helping, and I hope I'll keep doing it. A couple of other things one thing I wanted to mention was, I think I mentioned it in the last update video, but taking a video of myself and then watching it has been really useful, because I used to do yoga many years ago, and I don't know, so I guess I know most of the poses, or what they're supposed to be, at least the beginner ones anyway. But I think I was doing them sort of wrong, because you don't really realise when you're doing the pose until you really watch yourself do it. So I mentioned the child's pose last time, but this is the other pose I realised I was not really doing correctly. So I've always thought, I can go really close to the ground by sort of doing this. But I think my back's quite curved, arched when I do this. So instead I've been focusing on my posture, keeping my back straight and sort of bending from the hips rather than just from the back. So Now I can always sort of to that far, but I'm conscious of keeping my back straight. So my plan is to just keep on doing this, and it might take me many months, but eventually I want to get much closer to my feet. But yeah, so that's probably the one thing that I focus on in every yoga session that I do, just having a straight back, a good posture. It's also meant that over the last couple of months that I've been focusing on keeping a straight posture and a straight back, just picking things up from the ground. It's not as, I don't know, like difficult, it's easier. Just getting up and down from the floor is much easier. This is so much easier, whereas in the past I used to be like, a bit awkward, I guess, whereas now it's, pretty easy. So I hope to keep on seeing the improvements. Yeah, it's just so motivating. If you haven't tried, please give yoga a go. Start off at the beginner's level. It feels so good for, mind, body. Not sure about soul yet. I don't know how I'm gonna test that or see whether, it's improved my soul, but certainly mind and body has been helped. So yeah, I hope that I keep on improving, and